then I think you can take it off your mind now, because I'm going to ask you to marry me. Yeah, those days I don't think any husband would have liked. Today's husbands are quite accepting of movies and everything. Nobody puts conditions, and I think today's women or girls, today's younger girls, they know their minds so clearly that they won't give up anything just because of marriage. Un dino, even if we weren't told, we felt, it's not that हमारे घर वाले हमें बताए हैं कि एक बार शादी हो जाए. My parents never did. Ki once you get married, you have to do this. In my case, my in-laws never said give up your dance, but I must say that. But
so you turned towards interior designing.
And no, when I came back to Bangalore, Bangalore was a new place. I knew just one person, and I moved into this society. It was almost like starting from scratch. Us waqt, I had quite a bit of time in my hands, besides my performances. And I always had an inclination about keeping a nice, interesting home. And I don't think it was just my own idea. Definitely I have to give the credit to one or two people who just said, Vani, why can't you do our home? Or they'd say, okay, this room we are going to redo it, why don't you help us? So somewhere I say it kept moving till, you know, word of mouth. I've never done publicity for my interior. Even now, actually in the last 2 years I have reduced accepting interior work, as in I just do 1 or 2 projects a year.
You're concentrating more and more on your dance.
Definitely.
You teach dance, you've been experiencing dance all this while. Besides the technical finesse, what is that extra something, you know, which makes a dancer so special?
Technical finesse is to an extent.
Yeah.
And as you say, every dancer has some spark. Somebody is good in abhinay, somebody is good in the concepts. I think it's each one puts in that individual extra something which is there in them.
So you also mean that there is an extension of the personality of the person that you are? It's
to an extent, yes, it does. You know, besides being technically perfect, grace, poise, the way you present your whole evening, everything matters now. It's a packaging. It's not like it used to be before, you know, where people looked at it, at how you got involved in your performance, in your facial expressions. And today it's about the concepts that you use, the costume, the entire stage, your entries, your exits. You can't be casual about them. I'm very particular, and I teach that to my students, which I've always felt only a dancer can teach those things.
What do you look for in your disciples?
The first thing I want from them is to accept me as a performer first. Suddenly I may have to leave for a performance. And you know, performances, some months, some performance just happen.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a dignitary visiting. I will drop anything, even if I've accepted to be a chief guest. Number 2 is, थोड़ा तो dedication होना चाहिए कि अपने आप practice करे. ये नहीं कि, though I had one student who was 4 years, but otherwise, before 7 I don't take students. Or
and is there a limit to the age that a woman can?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Even if a woman is like 45, 50, she can start off?
Yeah, absolutely. Just that the hard work is more. Dance is one medium where experience, stamina, and the ability to give your best all comes together at a very short span.
You just said that yes, you found meaning in dance, but did you consciously stay away from, let's say, getting married again, or maybe a relationship?
Well, getting married, yes. I won't say it's consciously made an effort, but I'm probably one of those who believes that everything is an experience in life. Everything. Marriage is an experience, it's a phase. If it works right till the day you're set to put your foot in your grave, fine, fabulous. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't mean it's the end of your life. And I feel if you've gone through that experience, it's not necessary that you have to have one more. Yeah. Because you enjoyed both the good and the bad of it. I won't say really even bad. Now if somebody would ask me, I would say, look, I've lived a full life. I've had an experience of a beautiful marriage, beautiful relationships with the rest of the family connected in the marriage. I've even gone through the experience of a divorce. So it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. So I've not made a conscious effort not to marry, to be honest. But time just flew by, and somewhere, I suppose, like some of my friends say, Vani, because of certain levels that you've reached, there must be people who wonder whether you'd want to be married again. But I have no disappointments like that.
You miss having children sometimes.
To be honest with you, now no, when I see a lot of my friends go through some very traumatic times with their kids, and I say, my God, the parents give so much of their time and energy and everything to build everything for them, and those kids don't have time for them. So I don't really miss, because my friends' kids, my nieces are all my kids.
Your
My
kids.
students
Your
are my
students are
best kids, to be honest with you.
Vani, as any woman, you know, who's so talented, so beautiful, so graceful, and so intelligent, and so giving, we can easily make that out. When she is, and she's married to this high-profile actor called Kamal Hassan, and then for whatever reasons, the husband gets into another relationship. What did a woman like you, with all these qualities and all the giving that you might have put, you know, would go through? What kind of questions did you go through? What kind of
Well,
doubts?
like any normal woman, I have been through pain and hurt and...
Did you begin to doubt yourself
No,
somewhere?
never.
Okay.
I never doubted that what is wrong in me. I never asked a question like, why me? At that point of time, I may have reacted in certain ways, which now if I think, I feel, how stupid, why did I react like that? But I suppose every age has certain reactions.
Yes.
So as you grow older, you realize that
You were very angry?
I won't say angry, I was hurt. The anger was not to spite anyone. So it was just hurt for myself. But as I told you, dance was such a powerful medium for me.
I was coming to that.
That whenever I had to feel that hurt and anger, everything went into my dance.
Yeah.
That full energy. So it kind of held me back. And I had the most fabulous friends.
These
I
two
think
things.
those things, family, my in-laws' family never for a moment made me feel that you no longer belong to us. They said, so what? If you're divorced, doesn't mean you're divorced from the family. And to this day, I'm like that with them.
You are
I'm
still
closer to them than I
Ever
am
were.
with my own
Family.
blood sisters or whatever. The other day, there was a talk in Chennai, and then at the end of it, Suhasini Maniratnam, and she's my niece by marriage.
Yeah.
So we still have a beautiful friendship, more than relationship of being through marriage. We have a great friendship. So there was a talk, and at the end of my talk, they just called a few people to say what they felt about me. And she said something so sweet. Before that, I said to the audience at the end of it, I said, I have never believed that two people can bond because they are blood relatives. That's been my experience, and that was something she said also, and she said, you know, our experience with Vani has been that. If I'm in any kind of a situation where I'm not able to take a decision, I chat with her, or she for that matter, if she's, you know, disturbed about something or very happy about something. All the best things in her life happened when I was there, including money, proposing to her and everything.
Yeah.
Her parents were not there, and she asked me. If you have a good set of friends, to move on in life is very easy.
If you were to turn your back and look at all the years behind you, is there any sore point? Is there any regret, or
Not
you
at
want to do anything differently?
Not at all.
You
No
don't-
regrets at all. Not even that the marriage didn't work.
Yeah.
Because it did work for some
Yeah.
time. Everything has a time span
Exactly.
which is already
Destined.
preordained. I was not going to want to fight it and say, I'm going to prove it wrong and I'm going to work it. Why go through hurt, or why cause hurt? Because in the present, my going through hurt, I would be causing hurt to so many around.
Are you able to, let's say, run into Kamal Hassan and...
Well, it's very
still-
strange, you know, it's quite ironical that almost for 18 years we never bumped into each other
Yeah.
in spite of living in neighboring states. Every time I'd go into Chennai or we would be sometimes at the same venue and
My
not
God.
bumping. So as we talk, you know, those are moments that make you feel that there is something called destiny.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could have, I've been in the same
Space.
room in a huge hall, and he's been at one end of the hall and I've been, and we haven't bumped in. At least I didn't make consciously an effort either to stay away or go intentionally to bump in.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether he knew that I was there, but I'm just saying. So it was just one day, just after 18 years, that we just bumped into each other. And we had just a minute's conversation, calm, pleasant. But it's not like we have a great bonding or something. But
You still feel love sometimes for somebody you have loved for 10 years?
yeah, those things change. Even in a marriage, you could be loving a person. The love changes into a different form of love, isn't
yeah.
it?
That's what
it's
I
the
was
same thing. If somebody talks about it, I say, yes, I was married to him and I did love him then, or whatever. It's not like I hate him, but I don't think that now the same feeling can be termed as love of any form. You know, just somebody who I admire as a good actor.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, finally, what is it that keeps you going? What do you want to achieve in, you know, every possibility that dawns, you know, when you get up in the morning? What is it that gives you a kick and tells you,
Okay, let me tell you, I've never had goals in life. Never.
Okay.
Because then you're always trying to work towards that goal.
Yeah.
It could work, it may not.
May not work.
So why ask for new disappointments? If the joy comes, fabulous. If it doesn't come, it's okay.
Yeah.
My goal is only for that moment or for that day as I start. But it's not like I keep a goal and I say, I'm working towards it and I have to reach that point. I have to get this award, I have to do that. No. Every day when I start, I only hope and pray that today will be a pleasant day where I can move calmly without getting stressed. Because that's one thing as you grow older is you want your stress levels to be less. Because handling it is not as easy as it was earlier.
But you feel lucky that you were born a dancer?
I think to dance is a totally, it's, you know, when you said about worship, उन दिनों में temples में, हमारे south के temples में, there was a form of worship called Shodasa Upacharam. That is 16 ways of worship. So the 16 ways included instrument, included vocal, included dance. I've always felt, people ask me when I put this, बहुत से लोग पूछते हैं कि Vani, you're not married anymore. So I feel I'm married to my dance. So why shouldn't I? Why should only the one who's married to a man feel that way? And I feel a bride all the time being a dancer.
Wow.
Giving yourself total arpan to the God through your dance is what I feel when I perform. That I'm there, I'm his bride.
Yes, and it's very, very obvious. I mean, that's why you must be feeling it so strongly that it reaches out and drenches everybody. You know.
Inshallah, that is, it gives a great joy to know that somebody in the audience had, like you, somebody who came backstage and she just held my hand yesterday and she wept for a minute and she said, I don't know how to talk, but your last piece brought tears. So it's a great feeling.
Thank you so much, Vani, for giving us your time, and you know, we really, really hope that you keep you know, experiencing deeper and deeper levels of happiness, joy and spirituality in your dance form.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure having this wonderful chat with you. There's so many things about me which I didn't realize till आपके साथ जब बात करते हुए, you know, it came out.
Thank you so much.
नृत्य, भरपूर नृत्य वही है जो ताल पर थिरकता है और रूह की एक ऐसी खामोशी पर जाकर थमता है जिसका आभास सिर्फ शायद प्राचीन मंदिरों में अपने भगवान को प्रसन्न करती देवदासियां कर सकती थीं। वाणी उस आभास को छू पाई हैं और उसे और ज्यादा पाने की आशा रखती हैं, और यही आशा हर बार उनकी ताल बनती है, बनती रहेगी बिटवीन अस।